Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another live stream from the dingy, kind of dark conservatory that's normally freezing, but I'm actually doing okay. I'm still wearing my North Face hoodie, so keeping me nice and cozy, feeling pretty good about it. Becca's actually just gone off to bed, and yeah, so I thought I'd pop on quickly and do a more organised what sold stream. No, not what sold, sorry, haul stream, like a live haul. So again, I've been out buying clothes from the bin. And again, I managed to find some half decent items that I'm pretty pleased with. Some nice bits of clothing, and I thought, why not pop on yet again and make this more of a seems like it's become a bit of a regular thing, so I'm kind of just continuing it, but I thought I'd organize it a bit better than yesterday. I wasn't happy with how unorganized I was. You guys take the time to pop in and say hi, so the least I can do is try to make the stream a little bit more kind of information based, I guess, at least a little bit. And it will also mean that if anyone does decide to watch it after the fact, which is not likely because live streams are like that, but if anyone does pop in and watch it, then maybe they will not find it or find me as annoying as usual. So I'll pop into the chat first and say hi. I always have to say hi because you guys are kind enough to pop in and say hi to me, so it's only right that I do my best to say hi to as many people as I can that have popped in. We've got over 30 people already in the live stream, so thank you to everyone that's popped in. We've got Jack Dobbins who's popped in as well. We've got Tea Cakes, we've got Tori, we've got Bucklewide Damien, we have got a couple of pickers, we've got Anomalous Data Point as well, Jody Mitoma's videos as well, Sue from Sue's Piles of Shame, thank you for popping in, Sue. We've got Tizzy Lizzy, we've got Lark Trading, Valor Milk has popped in as well. Thank you for popping in, Valor Milk, do appreciate it. Valerie's doing some really amazing videos, vlogmas videos on her channel as well, so please click on the three dots next to Valerie's channel and have a look at it because she's got such an amazing personality. Definitely worth watching. We have also got Jody, I said Jody Mateo, we've got Junk Girl, we've got Welsh Wonder Nia, we've got John Morris, Pleasant Valley, and Lex, thank you very much for the fist bump super sticker. Lex is super kind. Lex actually does have a really good channel. She hasn't made much on there recently that I can remember, Bad Biscuit, but she's such a lovely lady, amazing person. I'm not sure if she'd like to be called a lovely lady, actually. I'm not sure, but she's a lovely person. Thank you for the £3 super sticker, the little fist bumping bird of some kind, or is it a pear, a different coloured pear it almost looks like, I don't know, who knows, but thank you for it. Alex Bloomfield as well. Peter Ray has popped in, says can't stay long but thought I'd say hi, appreciate it still, Pete. The Truth says free Beck from unwanted profits from bins. Beck is pretty happy with me getting profits from bins, The Truth. Joni Kramer, hi Joni. We've got Michelle Lathan as well. We've got Hugh Kelvin Morgan from South Wales. We've got the Veranda Files as well. Thank you for popping in, guys, I really do appreciate it. Lex says no, I have rubbish. No, it's not rubbish, don't be silly, your channel is not, yeah, don't be silly. You got do your thing, and that's the key. Thank you for the congratulations, Jody Matoma, it's been cool passing the 5k sub mark, it's really nice. Which charity shops have bins, says Anomalous Data Point. I don't have any like that near me, I don't think so anyway. You need to look for the Bernardo's donation centres, and also I think if you can find any charity shops that have got like shops in like trading estates and things like that, then it can be quite good. You can actually pick up quite a few items in those types of shops that trade like that. But yeah, I've only got the one that I know of that has like a bin, so locally, well, there's actually a couple, but the one that I like is the one I go to. So yeah, we've got Lisa C. Nick has popped in as well. Hi Nick. We've got Stu Mandry, Kent Daigle, Pete's Retro Collectibles. Thank you, so many people popping in, it's really kind of you guys. Will you take less, says took a day's leave today, did 13 hours listing straight, had 2 sales all day, fingers crossed I'll rewards later. Wow, yeah, I mean, it's been a bit quiet last couple of days, but yeah. No, I hope she didn't tattoo my face on her butt, Nick. Right, let's move on to what we've picked up today at the bin. So another day at the bin, but like I said, this time I've kind of gone to I've actually kind of picked stuff out and you know, like shown what I've picked. I've already done a bit of research, so I'm not faffing around on the keyboard and stuff. So very first item of clothing, it's a pair of pants, aka trousers, aka chinos. These are Polo Ralph Lauren. Everything I'm about to show you is £1.50. So we have got a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren chinos. They are slim fit. It does actually say on the tag. I'm sorry, but I've kind of messed with my camera a bit, so it's very overexposed when I go close in like that on certain colors. But yeah, they're really decent. They've got all the regular tags and it tells you the supplier number and all that kind of stuff. They're only made in Sri Lanka. They're a waist 36 and a leg 32, which I think is pretty good because obviously a lot of people are now kind of getting a bit more on the bigger side. So you find that the bigger size trousers tend to shift faster. I'm a great example of that, but still really simple sale. They're in really good condition. They've also got like a little tiny polo tag on the back pocket as well. Now, if I switch it over to the completed listings, a brand new pair sells for about £55. Those look basically identical to these, down to the buttons and everything. So a brand new pair, yeah, those are literally identical. Yeah, so except obviously those are like new. So yeah, mine aren't new, so that sucks. RRP 125, that is absolutely crazy. So they got 55 for a brand new pair. Used, I think I would probably get, I don't know, like maybe 25. Someone sold a new pair there for 30. There you go, £25 for some stretch chinos, slim fit. They were olive, but £25. So I reckon £25 wouldn't be too badly like yeah, wouldn't be too difficult a price to achieve. And as you can see on the first listing, British Heart Foundation at auction got £21. So I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, but Polo is always navy blue, I'm pretty sure, says Jody. Yeah, I mean, you can get them in beige. Maybe they're like different, I don't know, but those are polos as well. So they have put the Polo branding on there. Look, this guy here, Jody. I mean, sometimes I suppose they sell different things in different areas, but you can see there you got the Polo tag there on the butt, and yeah, and there you go, Polo tag on the butt. So they are Polo and they're beige / chino. So there we go. So I was pretty pleased with that pickup. Right. Let's see what the chat is saying. Okay, I don't know where all this butt tattoo talk has come from. Butt tattoos, an early 80s band? No way. Tori says, what color is the label? The labels are like a navy blue. They're like a dark navy blue. All the labels. There you go. In case you're wondering, the labels are navy blue. Don't know if I can show. Yeah. So all the labels are navy blue on them. So the slim fit label there. You've got the actual label there. And then you've got like some care label, a size label, and all that. There we go. Okay. Apparently Lex is tattooing my face on her butt. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, no worries. Sorry, I didn't realise. Sorry, I got confused. Now, the next item I'm going to share with you. Now, this is pretty nice find. I'm really happy with this. Hi, DMH Products. I didn't realise Lex had got a tattoo. If you have genuinely got a tattoo, then that's fantastic. I'm happy for you, Lex. I hope it's a nice tattoo. And I'm excited to see what it looks like, as long as it's in an appropriate place. But yeah, I hope it's not my face on your buttock. Next item. Oh, it's only halfway through. Okay. So this is quite a nice find. Hi pigs can fly. This is always worth looking out for Paul Smith jeans. This is a Paul Smith London made in Italy cotton shirt, and this particular design is quite a nice one to look for because it's known as like their signature stripes. So you can see it's like, well, it's difficult to see because I've messed with the camera settings so much, and it's like, you know what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to quickly change my camera settings so that I don't, so that it does all the auto stuff for me. I'm just going to go default. Okay, there we go. Well, now it's so super dark. Let's do that on auto as well. Let's apply that, and we'll go okay. Camera control as well. We'll go default as well. We'll go auto focus. We'll leave on that. We'll apply. Okay, there we go. Right. So now hopefully it will kind of, yeah, there you go. See, now it's showing you better. So this is quite cool. This is a pair of like I said, pair of Paul Smith signature stripe. Not a pair, it's a shirt, a signature vertical stripe shirt made in Italy, cotton shirt from Paul Smith. Paul Smith London, definitely worth looking out for. They make quite quirky designs, and so you've got the normal tag, then you've got the made in Italy tag, then you've got the size tag, and then if you look on the bottom there'll be some more tags on the inside as well. So yeah, you've got more tags there as well as like a spare button. 100% cotton. Yeah, made in Italy. Really cool shirt to look out for. Now, depending, Kevin says I have that shirt for myself. Oh wow, Paul Smith deck chair, says Tea Cakes. Oh no, don't worry, it's a galaxy planet space in some hexagons on my leg. Oh, that would be cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let me just show you guys what we're gonna actually get for this shirt. It can vary, but you can see here these are some soles. So someone for a not as nice one got only $5.50 at auction. Then someone got £40 for the same one, same size, 17-inch collar, just like mine. Someone got £40, and that's the exact same shirt. So I think, and that's on auction as well. It does say it's used as well, so it's just been very nicely presented. Yeah, 1743 is mine. 1743 as well. Mine's mine's slightly smaller. Mine's 1641, so slightly smaller. But otherwise, it's the same actual shirt. It's the same design. So I reckon I'll do pretty good. Oh, it says "Make love, not war." Let's see what mine says on the inside. That's a good thing to look out for. Where was that placed? Is that on the front somewhere? I'll have to find that. Is it somewhere? Oh, it'll be hidden away somewhere awkward. I know they kind of put that in. It looks like it's on like on the inside track somewhere. Mine doesn't seem to have that, which is a bit of a bummer. I can see the stitch where it would have been, but oh well. But £40, I think that's pretty good. And if we go to £25 for a different one, that one only got a tenner at auction. But yeah, buy it now. I think I should get between 30 and 40. I think wouldn't be like a bad thing to get. So let's move that out of the way. But humour, the theme of today's chat, says Pleasant Valley. Jody says that's a great tag. Below the last button on the front, very bottom on the inside. Okay. Oh. No, mine doesn't have that. Looks like I might have. Yeah. Yeah, mine doesn't have that. There's like a loose thread around there, so maybe it was there and it got taken off, or maybe it's never been there. No, yeah. Mine doesn't have that, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm not sure if that casts any doubt on its authenticity. The buttons all have Paul Smith London on them, so I'm pretty sure it is okay, but it doesn't. Mine doesn't actually have that extra stitching. Normally Paul Smith stuff does have like extra labels and stuff tucked away, so and there are a couple of loose threads around there, so it could well be that it was there and it's been ripped off, perhaps. I don't know, because normally I know Paul Smith stuff tends to have like stuff hidden away, kind of like Ted Baker does, but we'll see. I mean, it's just got that. It's got the tag there on the inside. Or have I got this? How am I even? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to double check, but it looks okay. Next item. Now this was a bit of a pickup, an okay pickup. It's a pair of they're like almost like cords. They're like CK jeans. I don't think this is as popular as I thought it would be. So I don't know. It's waist 38, leg 34. So I don't know. It's a bit long for me in the leg, but I could keep these. They're just like brown. They're meant to be jeans. Like just CK jeans. But they're very like corduroy like. It's got like a suede patch, which is quite nice. And then yeah, the material is like a light corduroy. But they're nice trousers, but they're a bit plain. I'm not sure how popular Calvin Klein is nowadays, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like it would be, you know, I don't think it would be like particularly valuable. Ones that I found online, people taking offers from 18, about £20. So I don't know, £20 if I'm lucky. Someone got £9 for that. So there we go. Right. Kim says, saw a Gucci t-shirt today for $22.50 in a charity shop made in China. Really authentic. I saw a pair of Gucci shoes the other day, and they had like all kinds of bling on them, and they were really garish, and they were definitely not real ones, but yeah. Okay, next item. This is something that I might keep for myself, because it's my size and it's quite nice and soft. This is a Weird Fish double XL sweatshirt. I like the colour. It feels really soft. I might end up keeping this myself. But if I were to sell it again, it was a £1.50 pickup. Weird Fish is a surprising brand. It's not like particularly good. I think it's like a cheaper version of Fat Face, perhaps. I'm not sure. But brand new, you can see they only sell for like 28. But someone managed to get £15 on a 2XL Weird Fish top. But brand new 48, 38, 30, 41. These are all brand new. There's not many used. Oh, there you go. Weird Fish 2XL quarter sleeve hoodie. This guy managed to get £23.50, which I think is a pretty decent price. So it's a brand I'll look out for. But I might keep it because it's so nice and soft. It's like, I like the color, and you know, I do need as many clothes as I can get, because, you know, why not? I wouldn't buy this, you know, because it's expensive, brand new, like 40 quid. It's too much. But it looks decently made. I'd not really heard of them, but it was my size. And what caught my eyes, they've bothered to make the zip look like a fish, so the zip is a fish, you know. And I like fish. I like to eat fish. So when I say I like to eat fish, I like to eat some fish, I suppose. I'm not a massive fish fan, but you know, enough about my liking or not liking fish. But still, yeah, really, really cool. I might keep that, but if I did sell it, 22 odd pounds, I'd be pretty happy. Kent says, some Gucci items are made in China, just FYI. I didn't know that, Kent. I thought it would be, well, it makes sense. I suppose I've seen quite a few other designer brands that do that. And Shazad has popped into the chat as well. Hi, Shazad. Tommy says he's had a 7-hour power nap. Jody says, yeah, it looks real soft and warm. Yeah, it really is. And Mandy says, $22.99 as sold loads of Weird Fish men's wear. Oh, okay, Mandy, thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. So could be a good one. But I might end up keeping that. So Trout Sam, I like fish from the fish and chip shop. I like fish from the fish and chip shop. I like sushi. I like filet o fish from McDonald's. and I like making fish curry. I do like making fish curry. I make a really good fish curry, and I also make a good prawn curry as well. So that's seafood, but yeah. Moving on. Next item. This is again something that I might keep. So this is actually quite a bad haul for. You're gonna have to bear in mind. I might actually. I've done like a little spreadsheet for the end of the video, but I may have to remove a couple of these items because I might end up keeping them. So this is another top. Now, I might end up keeping this anyway. This is a fat face top. It looks like it's pretty old school. I mean, I don't know if that label looks quite old school. That's like an older fat face tag. It says fat face altitude. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a really nice color again, and it looks like that print has worn off. But I don't. On closer inspection, it hadn't. Because at first when I saw it, I thought, oh wow, that's been completely washed off. And I'm now not 100% sure that if it has been washed off, because I think it looks like it's meant to be there, because there's yellow bits and then there's darker bits, but they both feel smooth. Like the texture is smooth, as if it's all been printed on, as if it's on purposely looks like it's been distressed, which is weird, but that's how it feels, because I was like, wow, that looks like all this was peeled, all this is peeled off, and then I looked and I was like, actually it's all printed, so it's really weird. But yeah, this is quite a cool top, I thought, and again, it's my size, so I might end up keeping it. But it's the Design Z, says Ken. I thought so. I didn't realise. Because at first I thought, okay, it's just, it's like worn, but I picked it up anyway, because when I felt it, okay, wait a second, it all feels the same. It feels like it's all printed. So, but Fat Face has been a brand that seems to do okay. If I just show you guys what it sells for, it's kind of like a bread and butter brand. I'm not sure if you guys get it over in the United States and in other parts of the world, or in Canada and whatnot, but in the UK, Fat Face seems to be quite a good selling brand. It says, the design actually says young, freestyle and single, I think. And it says Fat Face 88, because I thought it said young, free and single, but it actually says freestyle and single, yeah, which is weird, because I don't know what that means. Young, freestyle and single. So I thought it said young, free and single, because that's normally what you'd expect to say, but I couldn't find anything exactly like it. But as you can see, Fat Face stuff is 15 to 20 pounds for a regular sweatshirt. I don't know if this is like a slightly older one or what, I don't know, but who knows. But 15 to 20 pounds is quite common on these, but again, it may be a keeper, as Goldmember used to say in the Austin Powers movie, that's a keeper. So I might actually keep it. Yeah. Beck won't like that, says Mandy. It says young, freestyle. Okay, I'm not young and I'm not single, so I get what you. Yeah, I suppose I may have to sell that one then. Actually, that's a good point, Mandy. It depends on what Beck thinks. I've eaten the sardine, Kent. Hey D, how are you? Thank you for popping in. Flipping Particles D, thank you. And Pleasant Valley says, never heard of the brand in Canada. They're very rife over here in the UK. Pleasant Valley. Fat Face is like it's like high street, but kind of nicer high street, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's the right way. They have their own stores, so it's not like a high street chain. So they will have their own Fat Face stores, and then you can go in and buy it and stuff. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that pickup as well. So we're kind of zooming through this stuff pretty quickly, which is okay. I'm not complaining. At least it makes the videos a bit more compact and a bit more informational, I suppose. Beck might head slap you if you wear a shirt that says single, says Pleasant Valley. Hopefully not. She will like it as long as it's not AV, says Ken. Yeah, I don't think Beck will mind, to be honest. She knows it's just comfortable clothes. So I'm kind of with that. Hey Tracy, Uniquely Me's popped in. If anyone in the chat hasn't subbed to Uniquely Me, you should definitely go over there and sub. fantastic channel, really good content. Same as Flipping Particles and Who's D, and obviously Tommy Bernard. You gotta give a sub to Tommy Bernard if you haven't. Guys, fantastic. Hey Piggy Wigs, and Mandy says high end high street. Yeah, so they've got like their own store. They're not like high end as it were, but like, yeah. Next item. This is quite cool. I like this. Again, this was £1.50. So I was really pleased with this. This is like a little, I suppose it's like a truck driver's jacket. I know there's a lot of people that are into haulage and trucks and things like that. The big 18-wheel trucks and things like that. There's a lot of people that are into that kind of stuff. They buy the reason why I know this is they buy die-cast models. They buy radio-controlled trucks as well, and people actually do like radio controlled truck racing and things, and they're really into recreating like proper trucks. And there's also a game on PC called Euro Truck Simulator, believe it or not, which I kind of fancy playing, in which you actually just drive a truck on your PC. Like you'll see people playing it, and you drive across a virtual Europe, so you can just drive down the motorways, and it's all accurate and whatnot. And yeah, you just drive a truck. So trucks are a big thing, is what I'm trying to get across. I don't know where I was going with that, but let's just move on. So this is a Scania truck jacket. Now, the reason why I like this was it's got a really nice Scania logo there, all embroidered. It's got the V8 logo on the arms, so Scania V8, so on and that's on both arms, which is cool. But this is like the mega cool part for me. So I'm not even a truck person. Dino Bad, oh my god. You know what? Dino Baggio, that is such a great name. Can I just say that's a great name? I remember Dino Baggio. He was a fantastic player. So yeah, definitely that brought back memories. Dino Baggio. Oh, it's fantastic. And then if you check out the back, look at that giant embroidered Scania logo. That is so nice. So it got really big embroidered patch on the back. I don't think this is made out of anything particularly good. I've got a feeling this is the kind of item that is sold to companies, and they put like their names on it or whatever. It's just a shell jacket. It's a size XL, which is good. I couldn't actually see a care label on it, which is a bit annoying. But I had a look online, and again paid $150 for it, and unfortunately it's not as valuable as I thought it would be, because brand new these are selling for about 45, 30 to 45. There isn't many used ones, so this is 36. So if we click on this one, for example, 36, and again this has got the big V8 logo on the back, but mine's got like the V8 on the arms. Mine's more embroidered, so I would think maybe mine could be worth a bit more. That is new though for 36. Mine's in very good condition, but it's not new, so I have to bear that in mind. Mine is obviously a used jacket, so I'm gonna have to price it as such. But seeing I like pre-owned, someone got 20 plus shipping, so maybe I will do okay if I ask 30 maybe, because I think I've got some nice embroidery. Again, this is a V8 Scania V8, so the embroidery isn't as good. I think my embroidery is a lot more nicer, so I think because this is a lot more heavily embroidered, it's just more attractive looking jacket, I think, especially if you're like truck driver, or you like the trucks. I think maybe 30 could be achievable. I don't know, who knows. Let's see what the chat thinks. Hey Georgina's popped in, thanks for popping in. Tracy says, thanks to hear you are too kind. Not at all, Tracy. Honestly, guys, I'll say it and I'll say it again. Uniquely me in the chat, Tommy Bernard in the chat. Those two guys have really helped me in a massive way recently. Just in terms of networking with other YouTube channels, and just making me motivated and positive about YouTube again because of the way they're so carefree. If you haven't caught, it's not for everybody. I will say, if you go to Tommy's channel, it's not for everyone because he's very brusque. That's the nice way to put it. He's very brusque, and his content won't be for everybody. But I honestly think there's such cool people, and they've done a great job in bridging like the Australian reseller YouTubers, UK ones even, and the US ones, and I absolutely think they're fantastic. So I've got no shame in saying, yeah, definitely go and follow those guys. So that's why I'm saying it. Yes, Trucker Jackets has a big following, says Dino. And Pigs Can Fly says, I just sent that truck game to Amazon, says Pigs Can Fly. Oh, okay. Tommy says, Tracy has a really good interview tonight at 10. Cool. Jack Dobbin says, I used to play Euro Truck Simulator with my mates. Good relaxing game to just chat with friends. I really want to play it, and I want to get a steering wheel though. I used to have a steering wheel for my PC, and I got rid of it unfortunately a long time ago. Fix It for Reselling says, lol, my son works for Scania. Cool. Mandy says, doing my posy as you have inspired me again. Oh, thank you, Mandy. That's really nice of you to say. When someone like Mandy says I've inspired them, that makes me feel good because she's fantastic at what she does. She's always flipping. You can follow her on Instagram, guys. If you want to be inspired and see someone that has got an insane work ethic, Mandy and her hubby actually source mostly from charity shops, and if you were ever questioning that you can make a good income selling stuff that you buy and flip from charity shops, she will set you straight, because what she achieves along with her hubby doing that it's really impressive, guys. Really impressive. I'm not saying everyone can do it, because certainly I have not managed to achieve those numbers, but you know, Mandy's definitely someone to follow on Instagram as well. Z on the Autobahn in a truck, scary thought. Thanks, Pleasant Valley. I'm a very good driver actually. And Dino Baggio, sorry, I have to smile every time I hear the name Dino Baggio. It brings back fond memories. A fantastic footballer. Never late in a V8. Off to bingo in my Belingo. Okay, will you take less? One thread at a time says, very cool showing the comps. Thank you, one thread at a time. I appreciate that comment. I think a fair few people do that now, but it's just, I thought I would just kind of have it all set up beforehand rather than fumble along and be like, oh, okay. Jody says, put it up for 50. Really, Jody? Okay. I may put it up for 50 then. Right. Hey, Twistina Thriftina, how are you? Yeah, Valor Milk says Tommy's channel is a good time. Definitely. Oh, and Jody Mitoma's video says, nearly going to release my first video practicing. Nick says brusque. Lol. I think that's a nice way of putting it, don't you think? I think that's a nice way of putting it. Okay. Vulture the dumpster diver, thank you for popping in. Oh, thanks. Liverpool Delta says, I'm 100% charity shop reseller, never been to a car boot. Wow. You know what, people that do that, I think is absolutely, I think they're very good at what they do. If you can go to I'm not saying Mandy's like the only person that does it. Liverpool Delta says they do it as well, but to do it to the level that I've seen like Mandy, like the figures that she's achieved, that's you've got to doff your cap to that. You know, I don't know how to tug forelock, doff cap tug forelock, but no, in a nice way, obviously, not in like a but yeah, absolutely fantastic. Love a car boot, says Georgina. Oh. Treasure Pirate Heather, how are you? Hazy, only just seen you live. I'll watch back tomorrow as off to bed. Yeah, bed's a good place to be at this time, Heather. So yes, I completely respect that decision. Thank you for popping in to say hi though. And Pleasant Valley says, gotta go, I've got some stuff to do. No worries, Pleasant Valley. You're always in the chat. You always pop in, and I really do appreciate it. And I wouldn't mind knowing your real name at some point. I've noticed you don't you've not volunteered your real name, and I've been calling you PvP, which also means player versus player, and obviously call you Pleasant Valley. But that's fine. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I like the word bawdy to describe Tommy's channel. That's a nice word, couple of pickers. Bawdy, I didn't think of that. On to what is actually, I think, the second to last item. No. 3 items to go. 3 items to go. So we're still pretty good. Here is a really nice bed. Again, these might be keepers, guys. So when I show you what these are worth in the end, all of this stuff is going to be worth in the end. I'm not sure how many of these are going to make it, but these are in really good condition. Oh, just as I say that, I noticed. Oh, I just said they're in good condition, and I've just noticed a tear on the butt cheek. I think I might wear these with underwear. You know, like I just wear some like nice underwear, and I'll keep these. But these would have been nice. Oh, they're in such good condition. These are Ralph Lauren polo jeans. They're really cool. They've got like the little US flag on a little tab there. It's really cute little flag there. All the buttons and rivets are branded with Ralph Lauren polo, and these are made in Morocco. Waist 38, leg 32, heritage fit, but they're double bleached. So these are double bleached. So I think these would have done really, really well. I think I would have done okay on these. I think I would have gotten maybe 30 to 40 for these. But so frustrated that it's got it's got like a freaking fray. It's frayed. Someone has frayed there. Unless that was on. I don't think that was on purpose, because there's no other distress. They're in mint condition otherwise. The hems, everything is fine. Lol, easy access. It's not a fashion tear, Chris Tyler. It's just frayed. Someone has just got. I don't know how they would have frayed that particular thing. There's no hole in this pocket. The pocket is good. So I don't think it's a fashion tear. Be daring, wear them without underwear. I'm not sure. Let's go and have a look at what we could possibly get for something like these jeans. Ralph Lauren jeans. So okay. Let's just go over. So having a look at these are of, oh wow. These were these 215. Well, these are obviously meant to be, like, these are patched. That's completely different. No, those are completely different. Okay. But these could have done okay. £29. Ralph Lauren denim and supplied distressed denim bleached jeans. I could just put the distressed. Those are more like a stone color. Those aren't. Yeah, they've got like some distressing on them, on the leg there, but I don't think it's meant to be where mine is, unfortunately. I paid £1.50. See, double bleached. I don't know, they look cool. I think I could have gotten 30 odd quid for them. It looks like I may have to just keep these. I was planning on keeping these anyway. I don't think that's that bad. It's just a bit of a shame. I'm a bit gutted. It happens though. Just wear your inventory like I do sometimes, Z. So while it sits, just pop it on if you want. Then again, most people probably sell stuff in about a few weeks, where it takes me months sometimes, says Jody. BCP says Bex can do jean repair video and stitch them up. No, I'm gonna keep those, I think. I price the stuff that I like and want to wear higher, says Jody, than I usually would, so I'm happy to see it go when it sales. Yeah, but I'd be worried that I'd wear and tear them. I've been known to tear clothes. Twistina says, the other day I put some pants into unsold so that I could wear them. Yeah. Pleasant Valley says, still here, Z. I'll tell you what, if you let me know your address, so I can send you a Christmas card and a little gift parcel. I'll tell you my name. Oh, thank you, PvP. Alright, fair enough. Oh, I'm going to change my address on there. Sew a patch on and charge 10 more, says Tracy. That's not a bad idea, but what kind of a patch? They will still sell for £10 or so, says Thailand Aaron. They sell iron-on patches, says Valor Milk. Oh, really? Well, just be careful, Zilong. Too fun. Yeah, it's just a shame because they're such nice jeans. I think I might get a patch and wear them myself then, because I like them. I've never had double bleached jeans before, so you know. God, I don't think I've done a haul yet where everything has been good. Find a Ralph Lauren Madras type patch. I don't even know what that is, Tommy. You're talking alien to me now. I don't even know what that is. Sell them as designer jeans. The designer being a clawed buttock. I've not updated it. Okay, no worries, Pleasant Valley. I will do that. A badass patch. Plaid Madras type patch. You guys are going to need to tell me more about that afterwards, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, moving on. We're on to the second to last item now, guys, so I'm going to be able to let you guys enjoy your evening. This is a Ted Baker jumper. Now, when I first saw this, I wasn't always going to pick it up because I've started to learn. It's taken me a while, mind, but I've started to learn when you're picking up clothes, even if they're designer clothes, you know, even if you're like they're designer, sometimes if it's too plain, it'll take a long time to sell. Jody says, LMAOZ, it's like you're seeing your own hauls for the first time with us on air. You know what, Jody? It's because I kind of am. When I bought this stuff, I just set it down and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to, you know, I do a bit of research, and I did a little bit of research, and it was all good. And, you know, got all the tabs up, but I didn't study the clothes. But when I actually share with you guys, that's when I actually look at them kind of closely. So yeah, it is very much like that, Jody. It's pretty much happening as I'm showing them. Get an eye patch and be a pirate, says Kent. That just reminds me of curry, says Georgina. That's life. Can't have the rough without the smooth, says Kevin. Very true. Thriftina says, I sold a shirt with a stain a couple of weeks ago. The perfect pair of jeans to show off your butt tattoo. Very true, Stu. Alright, now getting back to this. It's very boring, very plain. Like, it's just a polo jumper. It's a crew neck jumper. Not a polo jumper. It's just a crew neck jumper. It's very plain. And I almost left it because I was just like, I know it's Ted Baker, but there's nothing special about it. And I'm starting to learn that, you know, you're going to kind of struggle to sell the plainer stuff unless it's really, really, really special brand or something. But this is kind of, you know, I looked at, but I did check the tag. So I did check the tag. So this is a Ted Baker size 5, made in China, so nothing special. It's got a little bit of cool embroidery on the back there. Otherwise, it's just like a blue crew neck jumper, very light. The only reason I picked it up in the end, I mean, it was only £1.50 still, bear in mind, it was only £1.50. But the reason why I was happy to pick it up is inside, it does say that it is a 100% merino wool. So 100% merino wool. I thought, okay, you know, if it was polyester or something, I would have probably left it. But yeah, I mean, I thought 100% merino wool, I'm not going to leave that behind. So even though it felt really thin and light, it is just like a pullover, crew neck pullover. The only thing else that kind of is a bit different to a normal jumper, you do have like a tiny Ted Baker tag there as well. So yeah, I still decided to pick it up. So it was £1.50, and you can see that if you look at similar items, you're probably looking at £16 plus shipping, £18 plus shipping for that one there. That's a bit different. So that's got 20. This person got 35. Which I think is quite a good price, but that's brand new, so that's not surprising. A V-neck, that guy got 25 for a V-neck Ted Baker there, navy one. So, you know, that's not too bad. That sold in September, so 25 maybe is like a high price for it, maybe. So, I mean, yeah, that's very similar to what I've got, except it's a V-neck. So 25, I think that's not too terrible. So from £1.50 to 20 to 25, if I could get that, or at the low end, we're looking at 16, 17. So yeah, 100% merino wool. So very pleased with that pickup. I think that went okay for me then. Tommy says everyone finds flaws at home. Thrift store lighting blows donkey testicles. Yeah, I can't really blame the thrift store lighting. I think the lighting's okay. I mean that's just a giant tear, isn't it? Jody says, "Oh yes, very true." But a rip across an entire ass cheek. I'm loving it. Yes. The other day I picked up a pair of like waxed denim jeans, and like it was as if like a shark had attacked the hems, and I picked it up. I didn't realize. Ted Baker is decent for sure. I've sold quite a few. It was worth pick up. Stu says, "Time to go." No worries. Thanks for popping in, Stu. Appreciate it. So next we are on to the final item. Pick this up. It's not an amazing brand. This is Ed Walters, but it's got tags on it. I paid £1.50 because it said contains wool. There isn't that much wool in it, unfortunately. It is like a 70-30 split in the favor of polyester. So yeah, 70% polyester, 30% wool, made in Bangladesh. So yeah, nothing spectacular here at all, but it's basically a new pair of trousers. There's no flaws on these that I can see. Really good condition with the tags. And I paid £1.50, so I was like, okay, I'll give that a go. Now, I've not been able to see the exact same brand, but like M&S wool trousers have gone for maybe like £12 or something. Yeah, it's not a good brand. So yeah, it's not a good brand. They're called Ed Walters. I mean, when I actually looked for Ed Walters, I didn't actually find anything, so I'm not sure. And they've got like a website on there. Oh, there you go. Someone did sell a pair of Ed Walters, and they used keywords like Peaky Blinders, hipster style wool blend trousers. So I could use that. I mean, I don't know. They're very similar. They're actually the same as what I got. Wow, that's exactly the same. Is it tailored fit? Is it tailored fit? Come on, tell me. Does it say tailored fit on mine as well? Yep, tailored fit. Mine's just a different colour to this guy. So this guy managed to get $22.99 new with tags. So from £1.50, I'm pretty pleased. There we go. It's a nice finish. I can't knock that. A nice £1.50 into a potential £20 flip. So I'm not gonna grumble with that at all, really. So yeah, it's not a brand that I'd heard of either. I kind of just went on it because, it just because of the look of the trousers, the fact that they said contained wool, the fact that it had tags on it. So I kind of just thought, why not go for it? So not bad. $22.99 plus shipping this seller got. So that is not bad at all. So what I'm now going to do is do Chrome window and change it to... What am I going to change it to? Oh, no. Google Sheets. There we go. Not bad at all, says Jody. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I've kind of filled out... I'd filled out a little spreadsheet with some like rough sales turnover. Ignore the costs because obviously I don't know what the eBay and the PayPal fees are going to be exactly. The cost of goods are all filled in. The shipping cost is all filled in. But yeah, ignore the other columns, just focus on the green columns. So you can see I filled these out. So these Ed Walter trousers I can actually change to maybe £20 plus shipping because the guy got 22. The merino wool jumper 15 I think is a conservative kind of price, I'd say. The bleached jeans, we're gonna have to take those down to 0 for now because... Or maybe 10. Someone said like 10 if I sell them, but I might be keeping them. The Scania jacket I put up at £25. So, and someone said like maybe I should ask 50. I'd say 25 is a conservative price, bearing in mind that the new jackets are about 35 to 40, but mine does have more embroidery, so I thought 25 for the used one could be decent. The Fat Face sweatshirt I may be keeping, but I put it as a £20 value because I may be keeping it though, so maybe we should just drop those to 10s. And we'll do the same with the Weird Fish because I might keep that as well. CK cords for about 15, the Paul Smith shirt for about 30, and the chinos, the Ralph Lauren chinos for about 25. So as is, okay, we're a bit lower than we were in the title, but that's before I'd gone through stuff. Still, I'd spent £13.50 and I should get, conservatively, bear in mind some of these will be higher because I think I could probably get more money for the Scania jacket. I might get more money for the Paul Smith shirt. Someone got like 40 plus, but £160 in sales, £35 in postage, so that's like £195 there. So not too bad then, not too bad. Yeah, so I think from £13.50, I'm pretty pleased. I've now built up quite a lot of clothes, and also I've got quite a lot of electronics to go through. In other news, eBay, oh my goodness, eBay are really testing my patience at the moment, really testing it. It is just shocking what's going on with eBay right now for me. Like Beck and I had a really long chat about this, and it was, when you get to the point where you sometimes really do question how much you're invested into something. I just feel, I don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes I feel like they're not very helpful. They just are really not helpful. And oh God. Put it this way, we have had 2 negative feedbacks this month on our RC store. That's not the issue. It's how you're left feeling by eBay themselves. I wasn't planning on finishing on a rant, but it looks like I may just well do it because I just wanted to talk about it. Negative feedbacks as such aren't a pain, but we've had 2 in 1 month. I get obviously a lot more positives than I do negatives. So it can be a bit upsetting when you do need say when you actually do need eBay, like when you feel like you need eBay to kind of help you out and be there for you. It's really frustrating when they're not there for you. It's just they're really taking the mick. We've had 2 negative feedbacks in 30 days on the RC store, and we've had a negative feedback on the general store as well. But let me just share with you guys quickly one of the issues, right? Okay. Let me just show you guys. So here is the first negative feedback. The customer who has 147 feedback, there you can see his username. I don't think the username matters. It's a public thing, isn't it? So this guy has decided, this guy with 147 feedback, bear in mind I've got 4,000 feedback selling RC parts, right? And that's just feedback. So imagine how many transactions I've managed to complete, right? So this guy with 147 feedback has decided that the 1/8 scale body shell that I sold him is not wide or long enough, and he calls it a 1/10 scale body. All right, so that's what his feedback was. So he's basically decided that a new body shell that the manufacturer describes as 1/8 scale, okay, and this is what I mean by scale. These are body shells for radio controlled cars. So here is a 10th scale radio control car, okay? This is a 1/10 scale. Let me just show you guys. So here is a 1/10 scale radio control car. Here is a 1/10 scale body shell. 1/10 scale, okay? I've sold this guy this. That is a 1/8 scale body shell, okay? 1/8 scale. Now, this is where it gets really frustrating, because you ring eBay up and you say to them, look, this buyer has bought something from me. He's saying it's not fitting his vehicle. But strangely, he doesn't want to refund or return it. Like, why would you buy something? Say if this is your car and you received this, okay, for example, okay, you'd want to return it, right? you'd want your money back. You're not gonna go out. What are you gonna do with this? Like, it's not gonna work. You're just not gonna do that. It's just silly. So this buyer's decided he knows better than the manufacturer what I'm selling. I've taken all my details from the manufacturer, and he doesn't know what I'm saying. So I rang up eBay, and I said to them, hey, I've had this sale. It's a new item. I've sold these before. They're 1/8 scale. I've got the link to the manufacturer's website, which shows that they're 1/8 scale. They're an 1/8 scale body shell for an 1/8 scale particular car called the Edam X there. And they say to me, you're going to have to contact the buyer. They just fobbed me off. They gave me some BS reason and fobbed me off. So I thought, okay, I'll play their game. I'll waste some time. And I contacted the buyer, and I said to him, look, I'm sorry it didn't fit your car. I do offer a no quibble return policy, okay? But this is an 1/8 scale car. Here is the link to the manufacturer's website, which proves that this is an 1/8 scale body shell. It's not a 10th scale body shell, as you have said, because your negative feedback was, let's go back to the negative feedback. It says body shell is not 1/8 GT scale. It is not wide or long enough. It is 110, which clearly is wrong. And I confronted this guy with the facts and asked him to revise his feedback in light of this information. The fact that the item was exactly as described. And he was more than willing, I was more than happy for him to open a return. He doesn't open a return. He follows up his feedback and says, I was incorrect. This is 1/8 on road. This is not 110. But then he says it's not 1/8 GT either, whatever that means. Like, he's trying to have his cake and eat it. He's saying this is 1/8 on road, but it's not 110. It didn't fit his car. That's all it was. It didn't fit his car. Even though it's for a specific car, he bought it. Some people buy shells and make them fit their cars. This guy was obviously too stupid or just stupid. This guy was probably just really stupid, lacking brain cells, lacking IQ, lacking common sense, lacking anything of any worth or any substance in life, and he couldn't obviously get it to fit his RC car. So rather than ask for a return, even though I offer a return, he leaves me a negative feedback. I confront him on his incorrect negative feedback. He accepts he was incorrect and it is an 1/8 scale. So I call eBay up again, and still they fob me off. And the worst part about it is not the fobbing off as such, it is the way they speak to you. The way they speak to you is like as if you've only just started selling on eBay. They speak to you as if you literally just sold your first item, and then they tell you, oh, they really understand. They do the fake empathy. And I just said to them, you don't care. Don't lie. You're just making yourself look bad. You don't care. And the reason why you don't care is because the company doesn't care. eBay doesn't care. Because if you cared, you would fix this immediately, right? It was just the most frustrating phone call, and it just ended up with me ranting. And I said, I know you're not going to fix this now, so I'm going to make sure you get an earful of just ranting so that you can maybe have a really horrible day and tell your manager how much of a horrible day you have had, right? So maybe you'll get enough of these phone calls and say, oh, we're getting all these sellers calling us and complaining about how terrible we are because we don't care about ourselves, and they clearly don't care. It's just the way they speak to you with this whole, oh yes, Mr. Malik, I understand you must be very upset, I can see you try very hard, you're a top rated, all this blowing smoke up your behind. And it was just, oh my goodness, it was just frustrating. And the way they speak to you is just absolutely just made me mad. It made me really mad. And then I said, okay, what about this other feedback? Because I've had another negative feedback this month where a buyer in German left some feedback, and he was upset that his item did not arrive. I refunded him. Even when his item didn't arrive, I refunded him as he asked. He opened a case requesting a refund. I refunded him. And guess what? He can still leave his negative feedback. And when you treat it like this, and then on top of that, we had like another negative on the general store. Again, it was a foreign buyer that returned something or unhappy. And it was just the most infuriating phone call, and the response it just vexed me, and it just made me think, no, you don't care, don't lie to me, you clearly don't care, you don't care, eBay doesn't care, and that is why people are going to leave you in droves. You are absolutely just, oh man alive, honestly, it's not worth getting mad about though, because this is what happens when you are playing in someone else's playground, and you've just got to take it on the chin. That is the facts. There's no need for popcorn. What does brusque even mean? Brusque. It's not brusque, it's brusque. Brusque means kind of short. If you're brusque with someone, let me just show you guys. Here we go. Abrupt, or here we go. Brusque. It means abrupt or offhand in speech or manner. So someone like who speaks to kind of to the point, like blunt would be a more standard way of saying a blunt, like to the point maybe. But yeah, oh man alive, it just made me mad. It's the way that that's the word, Georgina, patronizing, that, the way they speak to you, just. And then they say, then they try to placate you with this rubbish, like, oh, I can see you're a top-rated seller, this doesn't affect your search metrics, this, that, the other. I'm like, it's not the point about that. And then they try to tell me we need to find a way of contradicting the customer. I'm like, you don't need to contradict the customer to remove the feedback. You just need to use common sense to see that the feedback is unfair. The feedback is wrong. You don't need to contradict him. We're not playing freaking mind games with the customer. It's a fact of, can you not see from your own mind that this is unfair? Like, if the shell was if the shell is too small, why is he not asking for a return? I said to her, okay, you like to empathize, don't you? How about you tell me, if you spent money on something and it did not fit you, would you just keep it and leave a negative feedback, or would you actually try to get a return knowing that the seller offers returns? Would you or would you not do that? Just anyway, I'm not getting into it because it just vexes me. It makes me feel it just makes me realize that I've got so much invested into this. You've got 12 negatives, Shazad, but you sell about 1 million times more than I do. So it's relative. It's relative. It's not the same. Kim says, I always get really nice and play the I don't know card. Yeah, I should do that sometimes, but there are certain times where I know that's not going to work. I think, if, like Derek says, I should call again, and if I got to speak to someone from Ireland, they'd probably be okay, but I've called twice now, and I'm not prepared to lose any more time over this. I'm just not prepared to lose any more time over this. All it does is it makes me realize that I'm far too invested into eBay. Far too much of my income comes from eBay, and I need to reduce that ASAP. I need to reduce how much I rely on their income. Oh gosh, that's how I feel. I just feel like I need to reduce my reliance on them. So there we go. It's like having an a-hole psycho boss who takes the customer side even if you've done everything right as an employee. Stevie Wonder can see the buyer as a D-bags as Kent. We're doing real talk here. Sorry about the rant, guys. I don't mean to rant, but it really did bother me. And Beck and I had a good rant today as well, and it was just, yeah. Georgina says, I can't relate. I have zero neg feedback, but then again, I don't sell anything. We had zero negative feedback, Georgina, until we had 2 this month. So don't count your chickens before they hatch. We spent a good couple of years without any negative feedback, but it's just, it's the attitude though. It's, you realize that they really don't care, and that you are completely just on their platform on your own, and it just makes you appreciate if you're far too invested in them, and that's just how I feel about it. And I really want to reduce how much I'm relying on them. I would love to. I know Amazon are just as bad, but it's about It's about how much we rely, as a percentage of income, we rely on eBay way too much. So we've got Rebecca's income from her job, and then we've got our eBay income. And the eBay income needs to be a much smaller percentage. It needs to be, it needs to be like, we need to have a bigger percentage of Amazon, or we need to have some Facebook sales, as some of you guys are saying, Facebook and whatnot. So I just need to really, it's just the lack of, it's the lack of common sense. They don't apply common sense. And the way they read that spiel off to you, the patronizing manner, and it's frustrating. Don't talk to me like I've only just gotten my first computer and sold my first item. I know how to sell these things. Anyway, deep breaths. What's your opinion on Chernok's death pile, by the way? I think you're in the right frame of mind to really tell us now, says Tommy. I think Chernok's death pile is fantastic for Chernok. For me, it would be a nightmare, and I would probably want to give it away or burn it. Just that's my honest opinion, because it's just too much stock. That was mind blowing. That was a huge amount of stock, but he had some gems in there though. He had some real vintage gems. So that's my opinion. Right. N. Parker says, a couple of times I've had one person say no, then called back later and got it removed. Tap Peddler says, calling at 8:30 in the morning, I got through to Ireland twice that way. Yeah, but then you get to the point where you shouldn't be wasting your time with that stuff. Facebook, Amazon says she's at 100%. Yes, rely less on eBay straight away, says Jody. Yeah, totally agree. My restriction last week was infuriating and they didn't care. Need to change my business not to rely on eBay so much, I think next year. And Flipping Particles D says, don't they remove negative if you do free returns? I did a free return. I didn't even get my items back. It doesn't matter because they don't owe me anything, but I didn't get my items back. I lost 2 items to this guy, 2 refunds, and that's what I get for it, and they're not going to help. So yeah, which is absolutely brilliant. If I get one now, it's all your fault, says you. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, but okay. Evening All says The Hills. Kim says, I think there are some really hard work customers at the moment. It's everywhere like that though, isn't it? If we're honest, Kim. I mean, like, when I think about it calmly, nothing out of the ordinary happens. Sometimes bad customers are like buses, 2 come along at once. That's all that's happened. I think you expect that to happen, but sometimes you just think that the platform, they're very disingenuous. They're very very disingenuous, because they're peddling this lie of caring about the sellers. They're peddling all this absolute lie. Just be upfront. Just say, look, we are a customer-centric platform. If you want to sell on here, this is how you do it. When Amazon screws you over out of a lot of money, when they suddenly refund something, like 3 months or a year after you've sold it, and they just refund the customer, you almost expect it to happen. You almost think, well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm not happy about it, but it just doesn't surprise me, because we know how they operate. We know with Amazon, it's all about the customer experience, isn't it? That's why I love shopping on Amazon. That's why Rebecca loves shopping on Amazon. You buy something, it's there. If you have any problem, it's sorted. Okay, and that is why you pay the premium. Most customers they're not stupid. They know they're paying a premium for Prime. They can see who the cheapest is. They can see all that stuff, but they pay the extra. They don't mind paying the extra if it's going to be delivered via Amazon Prime. They don't mind, because they know they can just get a return without any questions, without any headaches. So you almost expect, as a seller, you've got to be prepared for that. With eBay, you're getting nothing of the sort. You can get such a varying degree of like your experience as a buyer can vary so much. They've got no quality, really. There's no quality control. You might buy from someone that's saying that they're based in London, but really they're based in Shanghai, and suddenly your item's going to take 2 weeks to arrive when it could have taken 2 days had you chosen the seller that was the next down in search and was only a few quid more. It's just the way it is. So they're not offering any benefits in that respect, but they're just charging more and more with their fees, their stealth taxes like promoted listings, and then the fake empathy is what I cannot abide. It makes me want, it's just rubbish. I really wish I had some kind of like influence or like big following where I could just rip into them like massively. I would just absolutely love to just to spread the word how absolutely terrible they are to sellers. But I know it's probably not even true. It's just me ranting at the moment. But yeah, anyway. Okay, I'm just gonna chill out now. Let's just relax. Let's just calm down. No such thing as loyalty, says Sean. It's not about loyalty, Sean. It's not about loyalty. It's about common sense. It's about when if you sold a customer an iPod, brand new and sealed in the box, a new iPod, and the customer receives it and says, "This isn't an iPod, this is a Creative Labs MP3 player." Even though it's an iPod, even though it states it's an iPod, even though you can show on Apple's website, you can go to the Apple website and you can type in the model number and prove that it's an iPod. Okay, say you can do all of those things, but a customer with one feedback tells you, "No, it's not an iPod. I know what I know. It's a Creative MP3 player. It's not an iPod." And then eBay doesn't side with you on that matter. How are you going to feel? It's not about loyalty. It's about not being a fucking idiot. That's what it's about. It's about not being fucking stupid. That is what it's about. Okay? It's about being fair, all right? And not being complete and utter tits. That's all it is. That is what it is. They are the biggest cunts on the planet. That's it. Sorry, I apologize. I'm so vexed. It's just about right and wrong. Simple as that. Right and wrong. Okay? I know what I'm selling. I can prove what I'm selling is what I said I'm selling. So how dare you take the word of a buyer that has no clue, and I'm providing you with proof. Okay? Because there are sellers out there that have got no clue. So I'm providing you with proof that I know what I'm selling. And then you still disregard that and allow someone to see a negative feedback. Yeah. Right, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't. Anyway, guys. It's just. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, Joni. I'm sorry. I do apologize to anyone. But yeah, it just sometimes I get really mad. Right. Okay. It's about right or wrong. That's all. It was about right or wrong. Okay. Just. Oh God. Anyway. I'm pretty calm now. I'm pretty calm. I'm good. So I do apologize for the bad language. I do apologize. There was no need for that. It's not clever. It's not smart. So there's gonna be no more language. Thank you for the $2, Tracy. Tracy has just super chatted $2. I do appreciate it, but please do not encourage foul language. It's not right. I do apologize, but it's just it's just about right or wrong, guys. That's all it is. Anyway, on that note, roll a fat one and chill out. It's not. And Shazad the super chatted £2 as well. Thank you, Shazad, for the £2 super chat, saying, Tommy, I blame you. I'm breathing. I am sorry. I am genuinely sorry, because I don't want to upset people that don't like to hear that language. Yeah, so I just wish they would get the point that I can understand. You can't hide behind buyer experience. You can't just hide behind buyer experience. You have to, you have to also have some kind of fairness. You just have to have some kind of fairness. That's all. Right. On that note, we've been going for over an hour. I should have just stopped once I'd finished the haul video. Again, apologies for anyone that doesn't like the language. I'm glad some of you have enjoyed it. However, and it's brusque. It's brusque. It's spelt brusque, not brusque. Brusque. Anyway, well, you've had more viewers since you've started with the language. Yeah, that's not gonna. I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that to kind of become more prolific. I'm going to still. You know what? It's not, being honest, it's not Tommy's fault. I actually had a very, very bad potty mouth. Thank you, Rob has super chatted $2. Says, is this going to be an all-nighter? You need a vacation? No, it's not going to be an all-nighter, Rob. I do appreciate you popping in, and yes, we definitely need a vacation. No, like, I used to have a really, really bad potty mouth, like really bad. I used to swear all the time, very badly as well, like just really terrible language. And my daughters kind of embarrassed me into not swearing. I know it sounds really silly. My kids are really mature and smart. I can't believe they're my kids sometimes, or Bex, to be honest. Is like, we look at them and think, how did this happen? How are they so good? Because my girls pretty much embarrassed me into really stopping swearing, because they just made me feel bad, like, because they were just like, Dad, it's not, they don't swear, it just kind of just suits. But sometimes it just comes out. I don't even like the C word, but when you say it, it sounds like only Tracy would say that. No. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section. And I'm off to bed. Hopefully someone will be on live and I can watch someone else and calm down. Thank you for popping in. Thanks Valor Milk as well for joining in as well. I do appreciate you popping over into the channel. Guys, do check out Valerie's channel. Really good content. She's doing Vlogmas at the moment. And yes, flipping particles because I still have my potty mouth. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye.